hello, welcome to Spin Me Up. I'm going to be playing some spin and goes. If you haven't seen these before, you can head over to YouTube. All the previous spin and go highlights and streams are all on there, so plenty of tips and tricks for you guys to check through. Going to be playing some 25s, see what we get. Was playing early today, it was super reggy, so yeah, starting to having to adjust some ranges against some of these players, so maybe I'll talk a little bit about that today if it comes up. Otherwise, yeah, let's see what we get. Hopefully we'll get some big spins. Put on some synthwave today. I really like that kind of music. But if it gets a bit sleepy, we will have to pump it up a little bit. Alright, 2 tables, let's go. Alright, got a reg already. Realize, pretty sure I have seen before as well. But in the other game, I don't recognise any of the two, so hopefully both bad players. Realize, well, no joy with the jacks. Very nice. I can tell I'm in a move-making mood. It felt like 3-betting that king 5 suited. Check. I'm just going to value tam myself against 10s. He's just snap checking, so I just don't even think this player is even thinking of bluffing, so we'll go for value against a 7 in case he does have something. See, they've changed the... just taking pictures for Nicole. I see they've changed the sounds on PokerStars. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed that one, but they seem to have changed the sounds to how Full Tilt used to do sounds. I actually really prefer the change, it's really nice. Didn't think the sound effects would make such a huge difference, but it's sounding pretty slick now. Pick off some bluffs on this river. And we do. He took the bait, didn't he? He took the bait. Gave him all of the hook. He grabbed all of it. Yeah, I can lower the volume. Let's see. Cool. Is that better? Is that better, Nicole? Yeah, as I said, playing a reg 10-5, I'm just going to start bidding these. I think I've played a bit too many hands with these players. Yeah, let me send you the pictures, Nicole. Hold on. Again, this guy, I'm just going to be raising. You'll have to let me know if they're any good. I'll send them to you now. Can I not just add multiple on Telegram? What have we got here? Royalize. Okay. Alright, this is going to be a good barrel spot. Let me know if they're any good, Nicole. Queen Jack off. No. This 3 does hit his range, but I have raised pre-flop 5-2 suited. I mean, he's not going to call 5-2 off where he shouldn't. 4-3 suited is going to be in there. I think I'll value raise king 9 against this guy. We've done it with all our other hands. He's going to call everything worse. Deja vu with the diamond board. Could conceivably value bet. I'm going to have to call now. Queen 10 is not fun. He's going to call some diamonds as well. It's a good river for us, especially now that he's checked. players check generally, not especially recreationals. They're rarely setting up check raises. So, question is, what are we going to get caught by? King 10 will check back. Wow. So of course, let's see what he had. What are the guesses? What are the guesses? Ah, he had the flush 8-3 suited, limp calling with 8-3 suited. I guess he made it super small, so I'm not going to label him super terrible. I probably could have started turning my hand into a bluff King 10 here on this turn. I don't think we're getting folds from one bet, so he gets there on the river. 7 suited. Oh, this is obviously what we want. Problem is in these spots when we check raise, like, what are we check raising? I think people aren't check raising bluffs enough. So, just not gonna. He's just gonna think we're nutted. Just gonna take a call long here. I'm really high up in my value range. Okay, some hearts are gonna come on the river, but I think we're gonna get some barrel offs like versus our 6x, 3x. So yeah, really good river. I expect him to just be bluffing this bunch. Overcards to the 6 and the 3, like he's a reg. He's just gonna put some pressure on. Sometimes you just gotta let these guys hang themselves. He gives up, which is surprising. Let's see what he has here. So he hits the river, so that does make some sense. That he doesn't then go for value. I think I'll just check. Make a value bet here against some random. Well, I was going to say King X, but that kind of sucks. Good shot, yeah. Okay, that could have been bad. Maybe I could have put some more pressure. I think I am going to start using some different sizings versus this guy. I'm pretty sure he is a regular. So just change my strategy a little bit. Well, heads up in 275 to start. It's a good start if we can take these down. Do I want to bet against the clubs? I think against random unknowns I do want to pick some off. Might call it worse queens, some clubs, some nines. This one. Let's see. I'm not going to get check raised that often. There's not many draws. Not been paying attention to their limit ranges. That is pretty bad of me. So but we're 6-2 off. I mean, we're not going to do anything super stupid by checking back there. This kind of blows. Like GTO is going to say you should kind of call some of these off, but I just don't think we need to in these pools. I just don't think we need to do it. Doesn't seem to be folding anything in his button. Pretty dry board here. Raise his queen suited value. Because we haven't taken much of a raise range, so this guy, now I'm going to start attacking a bit. Can't realize we've been limping every hand, we haven't actually folded one this time. There we go. King 10, so wow, that's the dream flop, isn't it? Just smashing the quads. Value bet the Queen 10 here, so I want to make a note on him, but I don't think we can now. Nope. Would have been nice to note that he just jams like 15 BBs with King 10 off. Give it a bit of time before we play him again. This guy I'm going to raise again. He has not folded his button, at least as far as I'm aware, so Just gonna exploit raise. I think we will go for min raise. We haven't min raised against him. I'm just gonna make a min stab. Get it through. That is a dream spot there with the 8-2 off. Jamming this one. I think we're just gonna go exploit against this guy. It's a pretty bad turn. Hits a lot of his hands. He's not going to fold some of his second pairs now either. That's a bad river for us to continue. So now he checks. Check X. I don't think we're getting value. All the Jack 10, Queen, Jack, Queen 10 get there. Just question is he going to like bet and get us off of 5? Would have been interesting if he bet the river there after not betting the turn. We just had 7-8 and gave up, which kind of makes sense. We just lose to the Queen 4 off. I think we can. What happened here? He just jammed on us. Okay. Well, looks like we might have some sweet revenge there. Nope. Spoke too soon. That blows. Bet. Okay, we have second pair. This guy also trashes from the big blind. He also min raises 20 BB, blind v blind with 6-2 suited. So he seems like he likes to do certain things. There is a bunch of draws. We don't really want the 8, but I think he could have bet the river there. It wouldn't have been too terrible. These two are both regs, I'm quite sure. So we'll see what we do against them. This track got a bit slow, didn't it? Let's raise it up versus John Quarter. GTO taking a mixed strategy there, about half the combinations, like King 6 plus. Not that I think GTO is super important in these games. I don't know this guy, 3xing blind v blind. Well, not the most appealing board for our hand, but with this size we're definitely calling. Pretty horrible turn. Checks. I don't think we can really start bluffing. So what do we have on this guy? Most of 3-bit. Well, pretty easy fold. Not sure of Rakovka's blind range. Queen 8 off is like 13 BB shove, and against a reg, you can take some of these edge ones, I guess. They might play a bit better as shoves, but I think the ones right on the edge we don't necessarily need to. I'm just hoping he's not checking back any kind of diamond now. We're going to be in a spot where I'll probably have to call the river. So you had Queen High, Queen Jack. Easy fold here. I'm gonna just get this one in. Alright, well, flipping, we hit the queen, that's nice. Hopefully we'll take this 75. Shove this one. I don't think he's limp trapping too much of 15 BB. I think I'm just gonna take this one. I probably don't use that enough, to be honest. But something I think you can definitely do, punish the limpers. I don't think a lot of people are really limp balancing that well. Min raise, obviously called 6-5. Not our board whatsoever. We have our podcast coming out tomorrow, guys. That is going to be a fun one. Spoke with Laura Eisenberg, winner of the Ladies Championship event in the World Series this year. It was really fun to speak to her. Some interesting stories about competitive skydiving. It was a real fun one, so check that out tomorrow. It is coming out. We also have another one in the pipeline with Mark Herm, very big MTT player. I had lots of wisdom and insights for grinding, especially as MTT player. So that's a really fun one as well. Cover a lot of different topics. That will be the week or two after. Ace-3 suited, just getting it in. Snap call. Hit the 3. Getting cooled, but we're also getting some luck today, it seems. Which we're more than happy to take. I'm just going to shove the offsuits. Shove the offsuits versus regs. Any questions on spins, feel free, just pop them in the chat, or anything about poker. Happy to try and share anything that would be beneficial. Alright, let's go for a ISO there. I don't like his sizing here. I would have considered a check raise, but now I think I'm just going to call. Thing is, I don't know if this player is capable enough of folding like ace king, ace queen, like if we shove. So I think I just call. It's a really awful river. Does he ace jack? Probably barrel. Jack 10 barrels. Yeah, we're gonna value tan ourselves quite a bit here, I think. I think we have to let him try and bet 2 pair. Yeah, this. Oh, this is not good. Backdoor flushes also complete. I just don't think we can get away for this amount. Yeah, Jack 5, so I'm going to make a note on this guy. So what was this here? 20 BB. Raise button. 20 BB, Jack 5 suited. Yeah, his turn barrel makes sense. 1 BB. Block straight. I think with this hand we have to call. Jack 5 suited, Jack 5 suited, 20 BB. It's a little light from you, my friend John Corda. Little light. Not sure if that's his standard, but 20 BB, Jack 5 suited is a little light. This doesn't look fun. He's betting a bigger size. Usually when players do this, they tend to just have hands or some really big draws, because it's quite a connected board, so you're really just trying to like max your value. But with our hand, we can't really do very much other than continue, and that is a bad river. Like, we block the 9x, the flushes get there. I mean, he can be on like some random Jack 6, Jack 5 that is just barreling hard, but yeah, it's not one we want to be calling, I don't think. We're getting put in some decisions, aren't we? Min raise pre. Bluffs does he have here? Diamonds is bad. We have so many other hands. So many other hands. Our life is not so easy at the moment. I think we'll raise value there. Yeah. Some tough decisions. Get me hot under the collar, but this AC is not working super well. Okay, this will be a barrel spot. Interesting one. 10, 8, 10, 7, Queen 10, Queen 8, King 10, King Queen. I think that one could be a barrel spot. He checks now. Just wondering whether we should small bet against like the King 10, King Queens. Do they fold? I think we'll just let this one go. I don't think he folds a Jack. I don't think he folds a Jack there, fortunately. And this turn is obviously bad. Not even going to bother. Is this one we turn into a bluff? I think we do. Oh wow. Pretty crushed there. A couple of times these 2.5 gets blind me blind. Just going to be aware of what his small blind strategy is. I think now that I'm playing a lot more regs, I'm going to have to start pulling the HUD out and start looking at some of these guys' frequencies. He's going to call King High, King Queen. Oh, it didn't work with it. Jack 7 there. There's like half combos in GTO there, and this guy is a reg. Ace 9, 20 BB, that's in. He pretty much has nothing at this point, so I'm just going to try and induce some sort of bluffs. Maddox, actually I do recognize his name. 4-3-4-2, some backdoor flush draws. I'm just going to check call. He's not really going to bluff now, this is the problem. He might bet a king for value, he might bet his bluffs. I'm just going to have to check raise. Does he call a 5? I think we need to make it where he can call a 5. There we go. There we go. What did Manox have? Did he have a delayed 5? He did. He did have a delayed 5. Sucks for him. I mean, I'm not really sure about his call. Like, how many people can really check raise river bluff there? Like, obviously you're supposed to have some, but reality wise, like, how many people are check raising river bluffing in that spot? Not very many, I don't think. So I think in that case you need to start folding some of these. Like, don't just follow GTO. I mean, people are not playing anywhere near like that. Freeze, getting crushed with the queens. This I think is going to be jam and raise. It's a pretty close one, and they're both regs, so. He's doing a lot of raising blind v blind. Gonna have to start taking note of this, see if this is a trend. Like I said, I'm gonna have to start getting the HUD up at some point. Well, with 8 high, I'm definitely going for a bet. It's a pretty good board for our flat range. 5-2, not playing against reg. Limps and jamming makes our decision very easy. So I think this time I will play it after his last ISO. He's going to be less incentivized to do it again. Have a really poor gut shot, but I think we can still bet. It's pretty loose against a reg, but they don't know what we're doing. Oh wow, okay. We are running into quite a lot of hands today, it seems. General, got a few lucky ones, but in general we do seem to be pretty crushed. If you haven't seen, guys, we're also doing some news now, managing to get some news articles out. Covered Jungle Man winning the 50k. We also have Phil Hellmuth's entrance to the World Series this year as Gandalf. If you haven't seen that, our article is up on pokerdeals.com. You can find it there. Really funny. The guy has so much confidence. Betting the flushes. But yeah, it's a really fun one to read. Our head of content, Lucky Luke, writing something funny for all the Lord of the Rings fans. Could value bet A7, but I don't really want to be raised and start blowing a pot. He leads. I'm just going to straight out raise. If he has the mates, fine. If he has other hands, he's probably not doing very much. Okay, so I hope he has a king or a flush draw now. I don't think if I bet 1BB he's raising those. So he had a 5, so I wasn't really getting anything anyway. I guess I could 1BB bet. I don't think he raises his kings. Maybe he raises his flush draws, but I think he bets them anyway. Jack 8s. Ravkova taking an eternity to limp, maybe, but he's in lots of other games. We'll be ripping this one on him. It's got like 3/4 shoved there with 7-6 off. Cool. Snap. Heart? No. Chopping it up. 6s, 7. Gonna register another one. Just get out of the way of this guy. Well, we do hit the jack, so I assume he's going to be in the next game anyway. But we hit the 75. Nice win there, and we do manage to avoid him. So it's 147. I have played before. Can't remember anything. Don't have any notes, so we'll see how we go. Limping on the button, that is something you want to see. I think we do need to protect our equity a bit. Jack's here. We block a lot of the draws. I'm just going to check this one. Obviously calling. Just hope he doesn't have spades now. 7, 9, 6 diamonds. We blocked the straights. We're pretty under-repped. Just no idea what this guy's doing. It's the backdoor flush. No idea what he's doing. He could just show it some 2 random cards there. This guy calls with a jack at 3 or 2 with a heart. He probably has to call. Just lose to a queen and an ace here. I think we just have to bet big. We're only losing this. I mean, no one is bluffing in this spot, right? He's just not snap bluffing here. So I just don't think we ever have to call this. Not calling the 10s though. We're in a good spot because the ace-5 suited. Dicey turn, but we managed to avoid it. Nine-5 suited. Let's go. In these spots, generally, you're just going to want to have top pair or an absolute monster draw. Second pair generally is just never going to be good enough. I think we're going to raise against him now and take out the big blind. Wrong colour, but we will give it a go. That's alright. Get to show the king high down, which is nice. Let's see what he was checking back with. So he didn't even attempt to bluff, which is good. This guy likes his overbets all in, which very easy to play, just have to wait for the right hands. I'm gonna label him. Make sure you have some labels in game. Regs. You can even do different types of regs, different types of fish. This one's going. Snap cord, that's never good. Interesting run out. Going to be 3-barreling this against this guy. We unblock everything basically. Trying to maximize the impact of the bluff with a 3-barrel versus just shoving on the turn. We'll be raising this. Just thinking about it. I'm gonna make this low. I want to keep in like all of his overcards. I probably could check there because I think most players, if they have 10x, good 10x, jacks plus, they probably just shove the flop, right? So I should probably just check to him there because he's got all the draws and all the draws missed, so it's probably a better way to play the hand. Yeah, probably best value there. We have a 10 of spades, which is a good barrel card. I think this is going to be a bit weak. I think in general you could like almost just religiously 3-barrel versus unknowns in these spots. But I don't know how many of them are just going to fold queen X's. But a lot of players these days can, you know, they're good at folding. There's not that many utter whales in poker. People kind of have a clue what they're doing some of the time. So he limits, we hit the queen. Check, 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 check. I don't think we can make it 6 or 8. So, this guy's just checking. Bad turn, bad river. Check, check. He checked the river pretty quickly, which means he didn't really think about value betting. So that's why I tried to put the pressure on that one. If he wants to call me one pair, go for it. It's obviously... See, this guy hasn't been raised, so I want to 3-bet none all in. I'll just call. I think we will 3-bet none all in as standard. If he shoves, we're going to have to call, obviously. Not the most wonderful board. Alright, heads up in 275, see if we can take both of these down. This would be nice. feels like it's getting a bit slow. I might have to pump things up a bit. Open ender with the 5. Well, makes it easy. Alright, literally even for the session so far. A couple of these 75s that put us up. I think I just exploit raise. There's fish with some value hands. Get punished. I think we'll just go for value. I've got no idea what this guy is doing. I'm not really worried about too many hands. Only 9-6 gets there, and it'd be weird to just check call that. So does he lead a queen on the turn? He's more likely to have a 10 probably, so let's just bet against these 10 and a queen. He's not going to have too many draws. I think he just leads them. So he's weighted quite heavily to 10s and queens, and I think he's going to... How is it? This is a reg. No, it's... I don't think we need to be calling there. Let's see. Against the unknown, just make small 3 bets. Calls. This jack does hit his range pretty hard. I either make a really small bet, or I can check. I think either are fine. Well, this 5-2 suited is pretty glorious. But I think I'm going to delay with my stack size. Just have to hope he hits the king. Oh wow, he just... that didn't go so well. Can I check and let him bet all of his kings? Yeah, it's probably check call on the river because he should call the flop with so many Broadway suiteds with that sizing. And then when he gets to the river, he's probably going to have to turn some of these into bluffs, which he can't call a shove to, and we're also value towning ourselves against jacks. And then he'll have to bet a king himself. I was just thinking maybe there's more kings in his range and therefore we get more value versus the kings, but then we just don't get any value versus his bluff range. So I think river's probably a check call. Looks like we're going to take this 75 though. That's nice. That is nice. Alright, we get him in another spin now. Tiffany, no idea who he is. I think he played his hand okay. Okay, we are immediately changing that perception to fish with the 4x button open. So we're going to try and play everything against him. This is a bit loose, but I think we can open. Should we see what the techno is like? Should we get a change of vibes? Alright, got to bet small against all worse hands here for value. King Queen obviously calling. Dream turn. That 9 is not the best. Now he just shoves. Checks that 10. Just gonna check call, blocking the Queen. Now I'm just gonna call, not gonna raise this. So I think I'm gonna limp shove this guy 4x. I don't really want to limp call to that size, and he could be bluffing. So what a run out. I think that was like one of the most dramatic run outs possible. So this guy turning ace X to bluff 4 board straight, checked to bet. Make some notes on him. I think the Queen 6 is a bit too weak to just be check calling. I mean, his raise looks kind of full of nothing, but I'm not really going to defend there. Didn't really want this to happen, but we've seen this guy as a bit of a whale, so probably doing super good against him. I think we're just going to start jamming some of these things against this guy for perceiving to be a reg. Get reshoved here. This is a pretty nice spot. He's king. Well, off to the races. Oh yeah. 5's jamming. 10-4, not playing against him. This is going in. Wow, 3-way all in. Pretty bad spot. Easy call with the a7. Spiking the ace on a flop, always good. Heads up versus money then. Call 3-bet button, jack 10 off, okay. That's a really good turn. Hopefully he's just going to start barreling. He checked. Makes me think he's got 10x. Giving up on this board. This guy's shown that he likes to check as well. So I think he has some sort of value. ML Stone, I kind of want to 3-bet this, but I've got no idea what this guy's doing, so I'll just call. Kind of blocks his 2-pair. He's still betting. 6-4, 4-2, 7-6, 7-4. He is going to have some kings as well. This should really slow him down. So yeah, I think we're winning. No, okay. He's just scared of the ace. getting there with the ace-8. I think we just jam for protection now. Expect him to just shove all of his overpairs on that turn. He's gonna have some hands, like we need to, the pot is too big, we need to protect our equity a little bit. 5. Unknown on the left, X rhythm, just betting everything. It's a bad turn, anything like 6+, I'm just gonna barrel, but this one I'm gonna give up. If we make it 6, he's gonna call. I'm gonna give this one up. 5, we have to call. Right, let's get a change of pace here. Let's see what this does. Min raise 20 BVB. Okay, and then we are raising you, my friend. He is min raising way too much blind v blind. Another bad turn for us to barrel, so again, just giving up. I think I'm going to put pressure on a 6x and 5x now. I could check call like versus the 7-8, 7-4. I could check call versus some draws. We're doing quite well against them. But yeah, maybe that's more value. Alright, we'll get screwed there. .5x. This one in our cool range. Alright, spinning up that 1 BB. Check. Ace-X board. That's very bizarre. I don't think he's going to do this with too many ace-X's, so I think maybe he has like some sort of underpair. No. Very strange. Very strange. Easy fold with 7-6 suited. Hey Vixen, how's it going? All good, all good? Oh, nice Chevalier ace king. Just hope he's got ace-X and some pair. Nice. Alright, looking in a good position here for the 75, especially now with the ace-jack. Let's see, I'm going to check the roll, see if we're up or down. A little bit up. A little bit. Like a buy-in up. Profit's profit. We take it. Mix between some regs and some fish. The reg's not been doing anything too fancy really. So not bad. How's it going for you? limp trap this one. Do I really want to see bet 3-way? I think I'm still going to. Alright. Well, we're in profit now. Vixen, that was a couple of buyers profit for us there. This is a 3-rig game, I think. Shouldn't have too many queen 9 suit disseminator. I want to put the pressure on with 6s. I really don't know this player. They're both fish. 4. Does King 10, King Jack, Jack 10, do they bluff? That's the question. Is a queen value betting? No, I think we'll just make a light call, to be honest. Nope, just calling the small blind with Jack 6 suited, which I did not put in his range. AM in Jamaica. Well, good morning. Good morning. I think I'm going to bet small, get some of his 5x, 3x that are just trying to come along. Might check this one back. Calls. What did this guy do? He just called with his draws. No, he didn't bite. Oh, he hit the king on the river. That's no good. What did Ravkova have here? Let's see. It called us pretty light. Pair of 7s, which is what we were targeting. This guy hasn't bet. If I had a club, I would check raise this one. Now it's very interesting. Down. Timed out on the right hand side. Don't think he's calling there though anyway. This is very bizarre. But obviously with 8 high, not really doing anything. Pretty easy for us to just get away there. You playing later on? Checking this one back, lots of turns, don't want to be check raised. Kind of think a little bit in a helicopter view of the hand. You know, stack to pot ratio is so important with your strategy of what you're doing with the hands. Like, you know, if we bet the flop and he raises, well, we don't get to call this turn now, and a turn is bringing us a lot of equity. River not the best. We block some of his Jack X straight draws. We block some of his flush draw about bluffs. So what happened here with the 10s? I must have raised. I must have got a horrible board. Timing out, doing too much talking. Too much talking, not enough playing. I think I'm going to raise call. Shoving Jack 8 suited. Not anymore. Same with the Ace Queen suited. Might be just wanting to shove these, but I think it's okay. Jack 6 calling in position on our board. Pretty nice pop with the Ace 4 here for the 75. Puts us in a pretty nice winning position against two guys believed to be recreationals. It's obviously going in with the Queen 10 suited. Ace Jack as well. Well, that's three-way all in. Get done by both players. And on the other table, overwhelming raise. This guy in the small blind is causing all sorts of weird hands. Queens now, we're obviously getting in. I think we're still going to see bet. We don't have really great turns unless it's an ace. So getting folds now would be really good for that size pot. If we don't get one, it's a bad turn. Just has ace queen, doesn't shove this pre. Got pretty lucky, really. He's cool with the queens. Good turn for the jack high. He checks. I think we might check shove. Jack high is going to be in there quite a good chunk of the time. I think if he tries to bet, we might have to turn that one into a bluff. That would be an interesting one to look at. 5-3, okay. We'll just blast this one off, I think. Hey, Sushant, how's it going? This is a shove, but I'm going to just double check. Yeah, pretty easy one as well. Again, SPR wise, like the Queen 10, just gonna want to stay in the hand. Yeah, can't really raise against two pair. Could like make it 2. But I think it's a bit speculative. Yeah, maybe he calls the extra 1 BB. Quite an interesting one. Oh, we're not managing to get this 75 through. 6.5. Thank you, Sushant. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we're up a little bit now. 50, 60, like up 70 euros or so. Just under 3 buy-ins. We take it, we take it. Sixes are in. Wow, crazy how short we're all getting on this 75. Wow, huge monster flop for it, pre there, and hits the gut shot on the river. King 8, this is a pretty close one. I think I'm gonna register another one, try and avoid a pre. Not that I'm scared or anything, but your EV is just dead in comparison to pure fish games. Trapping with the queens. Alright, we're all in on both. Jack 3, hitting his Jack 3. Good against the 9s though. Right, we'll take the 75. Hitting the king, that's what we want, and we'll be trying to get this guy again, obviously. Come on, Stars registration algorithm, put us in his game. No joy, but I think I recognize the guy on the left, but I'm not sure of the guy on the right, so this could be alright anyway. Really bad turn. He you always have to think on turns. Once he calls the flop, how likely is he going to continue on this turn? And everything basically continues. Maybe something like Jack 9 folds. So that's quite a lot of combinations that decide to continue. King 10, like I said, I think this guy is a rig. I don't think he's gonna ISO that loose though. Out of position against him, we're gonna get other spots. Alright, top pair versus the unknown. Definitely going to look like a steal here. He checked. So maybe some underpair or ace high. So we want to put a lot of pressure on this. Try and max value because they're certainly going to call 1 and probably 2. No. So again, very strange. But we were probably never getting chips anyway. Jacks all around. Dealer wants to start betting now. We didn't bet the turn because we could value time ourselves against 10. We also picked up some flush draws. Might want to bet. He might just have some random hands that he's going to start bluffing with, and we're just going to check call him down. Yeah, and that's why we do it. Not trying to build big pots in marginal holdings. You're an unknown, so we're just going to try and take it away. Lots of draws here. So just going to be calling down. Pretty safe river. Going to have to call again. Don't like the fact I have 7 in my hand, but it's just an unknown. We just don't know what he's doing. So there we go. I think we are going to start betting this one off. Don't really like putting so many blinds in, but sometimes you just have to. Ace-7 is easy call. He has ace-jack that blows. Good turn for us. And that is a river. We are looking forward to go heads up with the unknown. Alright, flipping. Come on. Yes, counterfeiting. That is perfect. We will take it. We get in the game now. What we perceive to be 2 regs though. Could have some interesting spots. Let's see what we get. I'm going to raise this one. Bottom aces, just not going to play against regs. They should be shoving wide enough, although I'm not sure they do realistically. It's something you probably could check in your games. They're supposed to shove a decent amount of hands in that small blind there, but I'm not sure they're really doing it enough. But I also feel like it's way too loose. Could just bet the 10s, but I think also against regs, like when we check back, we do look a lot like showdown because we should just bluff this a lot of the time, so we're going to get away with a bit more. I think I'm going to check again. Obviously, can we raise? Can we raise? Can we raise? How many 3x does he have? How many 10x does he have? I think we just call, like, yeah, maybe we can raise. Maybe if we just like min raise, he calls. But I think some regs are also going to get away from this. Ace 10 at 30 BB is quite a lot. I think we're just going to call here. Obviously calling. It's interesting because we do have the ace of diamonds. I think we just give him credit. I think we just give him credit, like ace of diamonds blocks his turn flush draw barrels. And maybe we want to just have rather there like the ace 2 and ace 4. Like the ace 2 and ace 4 is probably going to be better for us because we can actually make hands that outdraw him. Ace 10 is a bit iffy. At least that's intuitively what I would think. King 10, pretty easy snap. We have the 10 of spades as well, that is good. Taking a 50. I think we'll go for a little cheeky check raise with a 7-6. Doesn't bite. I think we'll do it again. Genius. We might be doing that against you. Let's see. Nope. We'll just call. Alright, get away with a cheeky check raise there. Have to do things slightly differently against some regs, keep them on their toes. We just look so value heavy there, like not many people really taking bluff lines in these spots. And do I lead in my hand? I think people are over c-betting, so I'm just going to have to go in call mode. Pots it. He can be trapping with some sets. That backdoor heart is, sorry, club is not the best either. He's basically saying I have Queen X or backdoor clubs, right? That's like the only thing that's... Can have some 5s and 2s. I think we're just going to be folding, especially with our time bank. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. I think without the club... that's a really interesting one. I think it's a lot of player dependency as well. Queen high would be good here. A little bit loose, but don't be frightened to make your ISOs big against button limpers. Well, we're not folding. I mean, just too strong. Put a quarter of our stack in. But in general, like I see people making it 3 BB, like really go big, 4, 5. You're gonna get a bunch of calls. Okay, let's get our last 2 games up, and we'll call it. The Balans recognize this name as well. Alright, we'll get our last few games up. Let's go, let's spin some nice ones. Well, we are definitely up for the session, which is good. So we're basically free rolling more profit, which is always nice to know. I don't recognize this guy. Just going to take a pot.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hannah weak as a queen 3. I don't think I want to raise this one. Definitely more bet for value now. 8. Yeah, I will bet. Make my life a bit easier. 9, Jack, Queen. So we lose to 3 of the hearts. He's not going to have an ace. He'll shove that pre. So I think we're going to value bet here. Try and get value against a 5 and a 4 that wants to get sticky. Because the 5 and a 4 on the river is going to be impossible to call, so you get value against them now. Come on! Oh, no joy there. But we do have 2 of the 75s. Try and take us into more profit. Raise for value. Don't know this guy. Check modes. It's not going to have too many 4x, 3x. But he does check. Maybe he was value betting some ace 4, ace 3. I don't think we can bet. Question is, did he bet some sort of Jack X and check the turn? This is pretty annoying. We just look like we're gonna fold, don't we? So yeah, even value bets. Wow, it's pretty sick value bet. pretty sick value bet from that guy. Maybe he's a reg. Thing is, like with our range, we just look like we're gonna fold there, so he can just bet if he likes. And after checking the turn, it just, you know, it can look like he decided to just start bluffing again on the river. Yeah, interesting one. Interesting one. Put a note. Put a note just in case he does some other things in the future. Alright, last two games, last two games. 10-9 will be going in. Not now. King, Queen. Right, nice, dominated. And the clubs as well. Perfect turn. 0 outs. Imbalance. Let's see what we've got. 3x BVV, Queen Jack suited, so not going to be super relevant. Bit of value, bit of equity protection. No raises, please. And we blocked the raises quite hard with the 6. That's a good turn for our range. He's not going to want to barrel on this too often. This really sucks. It looks like we really just run into it. But he should slow down on a bunch of rivers with orders 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 4. We chop against all threes. He's going to have to be on some crazy bluff basically, and also expect us to be able to fold. We block some of his bluffs with the 6, so that was a pretty sucky pot. We are going to ISO. Players just generally don't have the capability to just be check raising these kind of dry boards and barreling off. Some people do, but not many. Wow, that is horrible for us. Yeah, could I have just raised none all in or just check back? Maybe. Oh well, down to the last one. Oh, not anymore. Hits the ace. Same guy pounding us. Unfortunately, not compounding the rest of the profit there, but we can't be too displeased. 4 buy-ins or so up, which is always nice. A good little chunk of profit. Hope you guys enjoyed, got some value. Hope you were entertained. And yeah, look out tomorrow for the podcast premiering, the Poker Deals podcast. Super fun. I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. Our Instagram is back. If you enjoy the visual side of content, Instagram, we have a lot of content over there at Poker Deals Official. YouTube, all the previous streams on there. Don't forget to hit subscribe, follow on Twitch, and we'll see you all soon. Have a good week, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.